we have a hog down. What is going on? It is 2 a.m. in the morning. I got an hour and a half drive, meet up with some buddies, and from there we're headed straight south for another 11 hours. We're gonna hit the middle of Texas, get hooked up with some thermal scoped rifles, and we're gonna do some wild hog hunting. So let's hit the road. Well, folks, we have made it. 720 miles. We are now in Texas. We left in the dark. We arrived in the dark. Luckily, tomorrow we don't hunt till the afternoon, so we have all morning long to sight up some guns, get the lay of the land, just mingle, see what's going on, and see how this whole weekend is going to actually go for us. So we're gonna unpack, get some stuff situated for the night. We'll see you tomorrow morning. Good morning. We're out here in their little gun range area. Did some test firing this morning. However, since I am borrowing one of their guns and bullets are expensive, I am not actually going to be doing any shooting. I'm gonna do some dry firing just to get the feel of the gun, but it's got a thermal scope ready to go for tonight. And I also caught the owner of this place. He was gonna head out this morning with a side-by-side. He was gonna pull all the camera footage from last night so we could see what the hogs are. And I actually went with him, so I got to see the property, got to lay the land. He's actually going to hook me up with my own four-wheeler, and I can actually drive myself out to my location. It's called Dale North, and we just checked the card, and there's just tons of pigs last night on there, so I have a really good chance of getting a shot on a pig or two. So we'll see. But I have 3 days to hunt, and I can get 3 hogs, so it's kind of up to me. I can take 3 in one night, 2, 1 every night, whatever I want to do. But right now we got about 2 hours. We're gonna start packing up, get some stuff ready, and then we'll be heading out to the hunting stands. 5 o'clock, the feeders go off, and then from there on, you never know what's gonna happen. Hopefully we see some pigs, and we drop one. All right, guys, just made it out to the location. Parking here, I gotta hike in a little bit. Oh. Got our 6.5 Creedmoor and all the ammo I need. Hopefully drop a couple hogs, probably one. They say once you take one, you're gonna scare everything out. Now, if it's early in the night and I get one, they said they can come out, they'll take care of the hog and they'll actually bring me out maybe back out here, or they'll get me to another location because they still have a lot of night left to hunt. So good chance we can get to tonight in general, but if it takes too long, might just get one or might get into none. So we will just have to find out. And it is like 65 degrees out right now. Scorching hot compared to when I left Nebraska. So this is gonna be interesting. All right, there is the feeder and the fencing. Here's my stand for the rest of the night. So the feeders go off at 5:30. It's like 3:15 right now. So we're gonna crawl up in this thing and wait it out. Luckily, since I have my own four-wheeler, I can stay as long as I want to. It could be 2, 3, 4 in the morning and wait it out if I want to. But it looks like between 10 and midnight, this place is getting hit up pretty good with hogs every night. So wish me luck. That's so cool. Even with it being so bright out, that thermal is picking up a squirrel in the trees that I didn't even know was there. Just happened to pick this up. I'm messing around with thermal. I've never played with one before. So just wanted to kind of get the feel for it. All right, guys, the sun has finally gone down. So you can kind of finally see what I'm actually looking at here. So there is the feeder, the fence around it. And it went off at about 4:30, so about 20 minutes ago, it was throwing corn out. And I was not ready for that. It scared the crap out of me. But it's been pretty quiet. I haven't seen or heard really anything other than that thrashing behind me earlier. But they said typically it seemed between 6 and 7, you get a lot of deer out here. And then up about 8 o'clock, might see a few pigs, but then prime time is between 10, 11, midnight, something like that. So but super calm. There was a little wind gust, but it was blowing back behind me, so he put me in the stand specifically because the wind is about perfect for today. They usually come out of the trees on that other side, work themselves this way towards the corn. We will see what happens. Holy crap. Those coyotes just made its way all the way around me. There was like 5 of them. All right, guys, you can't see me, but we got a pig out there. Now I'm just trying to verify if it's a boar. All right, guys, I am 90% sure this is a boar. So I think I am going to take it. I was going to want for a nice broadside shot. So I'm taking a headshot. That way it takes it out fairly quickly. And then we don't have to do any chasing. Alright guys, here we go. It is down. It is down. It was a good hit. It dropped and rolled. It's kicking right now. We have a hog down, guys. It has been about 8 minutes and it has not moved. I hear these horror stories about people thinking the hogs are dead. They go over to check them. They actually jump and attack them and can do some really good damage. But I think I've seen the life come out of this, and it was kicking, it's twitching a little bit, and it is done. It has not moved at all. But I called the outfitter and said, hey, come get me in the hog. And he said, well, you got the 4-wheeler, so if you want, go ahead and just try to load it up yourself. So that's what we're gonna do right now. We're gonna head down there, check out this hog, see if we can get the 4-wheeler over here and see if we can get loaded myself. From a distance, it looks like this is a pretty good sized hog, but they say, you know, visually you're shooting from a high. Sometimes you can really assume something's a lot bigger than it is, and it's not quite so big, but I'm excited. We got a hog. Let's go check it out. Kind of hard to see from here. But it is out there. All right, guys, hog is down. I gotta hike back to the 4-wheeler, get it down over here, see if I can get this thing loaded up on my own. So this will be interesting, trying to get this thing up there. It's actually a pretty good size, so can't wait to get it back to the shop, get it strung up, see just how big this thing it really is. All right, I think I'm in 4-wheel drive because we have a pretty good amount of mud we gotta drive across. Oh yeah, there we go. We made it. Now let's go find our hog. This thing is heavy. That was a workout. What a beast. Check it out. That thing is wider than a four-wheeler. All right, let's get it back to camp. Damn, I'm good. 186, 187, 188. All right, guys, you saw it, 188 pounds, my first hog ever. And actually all three of us all dropped hogs tonight. So it's been a great, great night. Mine just happened to be the biggest of the three, but we got 2 more nights. We can each get 2 more hogs. So we got lots and lots of time to drop some more pigs. So I will see you tomorrow in the stand. All right, guys, we just made it out here, day number 2. Got a whole new spot set up. So we're about 1,400 feet away from the stand I sat at last night. So this is the south stand. I was in the north stand last night. He said this might be a better stand today. There's a slight change in the wind direction. So I just got down parked the four-wheeler. I'm gonna hike over the rest of the way to the stand, get set up, and wait it out. So again, it's gonna be about 4 or 5 hours before it actually hits dark, before we probably see any hogs or anything like that. So it'll be a long little wait before we see any action. So we'll see you guys in the stand. Man, this mud is just covered in tracks. And they're tearing it up, coming right out of those trees. And my stand just right there. So this should be a good night. And tonight, I'm not facing the sun. The sun's actually on my back, so it's gonna make a world of difference. That was exhausting having that sun just smacking in the face the entire evening, so. All right, guys, let's get in the stand, get set up, and get ready to go. We have been in the stand for a couple hours. The feeder just went off. It's just starting to cool down a little bit now, but just to show you what I got going on here, we are only 40 yards from the feeder. So we're quite a bit closer. I think I was about 60 yards last night. Yeah, so I feel like I'm like right on top of them. The wind's blowing right at me, straight towards behind me. So it should be pretty good wind for tonight. I got a lot of, it's just wide open all the way around right to there. So that is what I am working with today in hopes to get another hog. So I do believe when we pulled the cards first day, there was quite a few hogs. This place had quite a few hogs. There's a little bit more mud, a little more water, and they were really just all about it, and they're just thrashing around in there and digging with it. And then obviously when we came in, I showed you guys all the tracks and all the digging and stuff that was going on. So this is active. There's a pretty good amount of activity going on over here. So wish us luck. We can drop some more hogs. All right, guys, we are back at the four-wheeler. It has been 9 grueling hours in the stand. We did not see a single hog. I could hear him in the trees, could hear him in the water splashing, having a good old time, but nothing came out visible for us to take a shot at. So back at the wheeler, gonna head back to camp. Do it again tomorrow. We have one more day, one last day to get a hog. Now, I can actually get 3 hogs total, so if for some reason I can get 2 tomorrow, then we'll have our total for 3. If not 1, if worst case, we get 0. So I will see you tomorrow in the stand once again. Welcome back. Day number 3. We went out, pulled camera cards again this morning. We snuck out because the entire group last night saw very few hogs, if any at all. So we snuck out this morning, got the cards, and sure enough, what happened is I moved stands. The stand I shot the big hog at, again, had a bunch of hogs last night. They were actually tearing up, rutting up the dirt from the blood from the hog that I shot. So I'm back at that stand. I'm at the first stand I was at. This is the north stand again that had the big hog that I shot. Last night had 15 to 20 hogs on it again. So we're here again today. Just got parked with the four-wheeler. Gonna hike on in there, get situated, and hope they come out there. I think it was about 7 o'clock. It was actually a little bit earlier than the first night. That big boar came out about 9 o'clock. And last night it was about 7, and we had a huge group come out there. So hoping this is gonna be our lucky night. Hopefully we can get 1 or 2 if it comes down to it. So I'm gonna get backpack going, get hiking in there, get situated in the stand. We got some hogs. All right, we have a pig down. It's only like 4:15. And I was just sitting here and I could hear them pigs just, or something running through the trees, just a ton of stuff. It got louder, louder, louder. Sure enough, I looked up and there's probably a good 10 or 12 hogs, all coming right out to the feeder. I was glassing them for a little bit, trying to figure out which one was a boar. And then they started taking off through the trees. But there was a small section in the trees that was open. And sure enough, they all stopped one at a time. And I got a shot off. It's still kicking a little bit, but it's down. The bad thing is, I forgot to hit the record button on my scope. So I'm not gonna get this one on video. He's still kicking. I might have to put another round in him. All right, guys. He has stopped moving. Pig down. All right, I just climbed out of the stand. I'm at the tree line, and I can see it laying right there. There it is, right there. All right, guys, it's only like 4:30, so I think I'm gonna see if I call the outfitter, see if I can run this back to his shed, and maybe I can run back out here and still get my third hog potentially, because we got plenty of daylight left, and plenty of night. So yeah, I'm gonna get this thing drug up there, call the outfitter, and see if we can get back on some more hogs. All right, guys, head back to the four-wheeler, called the outfitter, and he said, yeah, drop it off and let's see what we can do. So I didn't know what that meant. I was hoping I could just leave all my camera gear and stuff in the stand, but I packed it all up really quick, getting back here as fast as possible. And we still got a good something's moving in the trees right here. Heck, maybe I'll get a third hog before I even get to the four-wheeler. So yeah, if I get this hog dropped off, and we'll see what he says. But I got a good, looks like an hour of sunlight left before it's actually set. So there's a fair amount of time. God, there's something's moving around me. I'm almost at the four-wheeler. All right, time to jump some water. And I'll get the four-wheeler, get this thing back to the outfitter. Just got the hog dropped off, and I booked it back up here. I asked the outfitter, you know, can I get back out there? He's like, you got plenty of time, get on out there. We got about half an hour till sunset now, so I'm almost to the stand. Whew, what a wild afternoon. Now, if luck's on my side, we're gonna get ourselves our third hog tonight. So wish me luck. All right, we are all set back up, ready for some more hogs. I can already hear some more squealing on the other side of the feeder. So they're still out and about, so this is good. Man, it is, boy, he's really screaming. Not sure if you guys can hear that or not. Wow, all right, we'll see. But yeah, it is freaking hot out here. It was like 74 degrees earlier, and I was just sweating. I honestly wasn't even ready for those hogs. I was just hearing that rustling, and for some reason it didn't click until it was like last second. They were there. They were literally there for about 50 seconds. They rustled around and then took off down kind of like the tree line. And there's literally one spot between some cedar trees. It's about 6 foot wide. And it stopped. It stopped right there. Man, that was exciting. So let's see how the rest of tonight's hunt goes. What is going on? We just got a third pig, and it looks like it's a freaking tank again. Gosh, I just sitting out here in the dark. Didn't really hear anything. I just been kind of turning on the scope and scanning the area, every 5-10 minutes basically. And I just happened to go up there, and there's this one hog up there, just like 2 nights ago. One hog was out there, which is usually a boar, and it looked like a tank. And it kind of started taking off from the feeder, but it stopped. Gave me a good shot, and it dropped. I actually ended up doing a second shot, a follow-up shot. It was kicking a lot. It was starting to spin around in circles and stuff, and I didn't want it to get away. I didn't want to risk losing it, so I threw a second shot in it, and it's done. It hasn't moved at all yet. So we have 3 hogs. We filled all of our hogs that we were here for. So that is awesome. So about to get stuff packed up, and we're gonna sneak over there. We're gonna check out this hog and then see if we can load it up on the four-wheeler again. All right, guys, there he is. He is a big boy. I can tell he's gonna be another hard one to get onto this four-wheeler. It is going to probably suck, but when you get him loaded up, actually I gotta hike back, get the four-wheeler, get back down here, get him loaded up, and then we will get him in the shop. Hopefully we can get him up on that little scale thing they got and see what this bad boy weighs. All right, guys, it is the next morning. 3 hogs down. First one was 188 pounds. The second one was about 90, and my last one was 170 pounds. So 3 hogs total. Got them all loaded up. It's the next morning. We're going to head out 11 hours back down to Nebraska. So hope you all enjoyed today's video. We'll see you next time. Later.